Hey guys, Ben1979 here. Gonna bring to you guys today a quick review slash comparison on two Firestick 4K remote cover and protection, and we'll also see if these model fit the new Firestick 4K Max remote. One is from MOKO, and one is from CaseBot. So hopefully you guys will see that. CaseBot, yeah, you guys can see it. A little bit more difficult to see the logo on the CaseBot. But I purchased these two just to compare them, guys, out of my own pocket. So this is going to be a fair comparison. So guys, the difference, let's look at the physical difference. First of all, guys, I want to say before I go into details on these that this one is about the same price as the MOKO. So they're about the same price, except that the MOKO comes in a 2-pack. So you have red and you have blue on the MOKO, guys. So you have two remote for the same price as the CaseBot. So CaseBot is a little bit expensive. So how much is it? It's about $11-12 Canadian a pop. So to have two for the price of one, you could either use it for a different remote if you have multiple Firestick 4K, so you could use it for another remote, or you could use it, you could resell it and have it cost a little bit less. So on that note, guys, let's go into details and see the construction. So construction is pretty similar. I have to say that I think the silicone is a little bit thicker on the MOKO, a little bit springier, a little bit softer, and the design, there's a little bit more ribbing inside. There's also ribbing on the bottom, if you could see in there, a little bit of ribbing there. So compared to the CaseBot that doesn't have anything, it's just soft in there, so there's nothing else. Here you can feel a little bit. So when you're putting your remote, you have a little bit more protection. The design is a little bit different. So the MOKO has a slanted that way, and the CaseBot is slanted the other way. We'll see that once we put the remote inside each, and we'll see how they fit. So I'm going to show you guys how I put my 4K remote in there. So I'll start with the butt, then I go on a corner towards that little entrance there. So I just slide it in, the power button on the other side so I don't press it. So you just fit it in like so, click, and it's in. So yeah, guys, this thing is just a perfect fit. And one of the fun things is you could put your remote on the side now. You could put it like that, and you could put it every which way. So, but let's look at the IR blaster in here. The IR blaster, as you guys can see, it is kind of hidden in there. But one of the nice thing is that thing is super bouncy for the IR blaster. So this thing is really protected. There's nothing that's gonna slam in, or even if you have something that can protrude a little bit, there's a little bit of more protection on the MOKO versus the CaseBot that we'll see. But this thing is really bouncy, guys. So you guys can see it's just a bouncing ball afterwards. So this remote is gonna survive almost anything. Another nice feature is if you put it upside down, guys. Let's see here. There is protection like on a cell phone. You can see the light, so it's not gonna touch anything on your remote. So the buttons and everything are going to be protected. If it falls or if you put it upside down like that, it's just going to be protected. So that's one of the nice feature on this also. But now let's look at the CaseBot, because I think we pretty much covered it all. So let's just measure the bounce factor. A little bit of a bounce, but not that much on the side. Side's not too bad. The other side. All right, so that pretty much covers it, guys. So let's take it off. And I like the MOKO because it's a little bit easier to take in and on and off than the CaseBot. The CaseBot is a little bit more of a snug fit. But if you like a snug fit, the CaseBot might be the one for you. If you want to pay double the money also for something that's, you know, glow in the dark, or the other model are more expensive. The other case are more expensive, guys. So let's put it on the CaseBot and let's see. So yeah, guys, the CaseBot, let's look at the bounce. A little bit harder when you hear it. It's a little bit harder. So it's got a little bit of bounce there, not as much as the other one. So on the side, It still offers plenty good protection, guys. So let's see upside down. So let's see upside down. Yep, you get a little gap for the buttons, so it protects the button so nothing touches. Yeah, guys, like the MOKO. But this one has a little bit more of a stiff feeling. When you're bouncing it, you can hear the plastic a little bit banging in there. So in my opinion, it has a little bit less protection than the MOKO. So my personal favorite is the MOKO, guys. The rubber, the silicone, just feels a little bit softer, a little bit bouncier, a little bit better in my opinion. And you know, the design doesn't matter to me, that it is not, you know, curving to the perfect shape of the remote. This one is a little bit more, you guys can see there if I line them up. This one, the MOKO, is a little bit longer because it's a different direction, so it's slanted forward on that side. So yeah, guys, my personal favorite is the MOKO compared to the case bot. But let's see now if they fit. These two are gonna fit the Firestick 4K Max remote. So this is the Firestick 4K Max, guys. Let's go with this remote and let's see how they fit in there. Oopsie, doesn't fit. So yeah, they're advertised to fit third generation remote and the new remote, but they don't fit the Firestick 4K Max remote. It's gonna fit for everything except those two buttons on the bottom there. They're not gonna have any room for these, so you can always cut it out or wait. I would suggest more to wait for the newest generation case that they're gonna make for that remote. So, but the case bot doesn't fit. Let's see now for the MOKO, and the case bot is always the one that's a little bit harder to get out of the case, a little bit more of a tight fit. So let's see on the MOKO, exact same thing. The bottom's on the buttons on the bottom, but this one is a little bit better, guys. For the button, at least the buttons are accessible. You can press on them a little bit. So if I press it a little bit forward, so you see the buttons are a little bit more accessible for these. You can press it, there's no issue. So yeah, guys. This is you know, a great investment for your remote. So if you have a Firestick 4K or 4K Max, but you should wait, guys, to get the new sleeve for the 4K Max. They're probably gonna come out with a sleeve that is retro compatible with the other model also of the Firestick 4K. So one other thing is, guys, with the Firestick 4K Max, it is that it is a little bit smaller than the remote on the Firestick 4K regular. So if we put them side by side, you guys can see that there is just a tiny bit of a difference in design, and the Firestick 4K Max remote is a little bit smaller, but that's, you know, with latest technology, it's getting smaller and more powerful. So yeah, guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys will purchase a cover for your Firestick 4K remote, because this is a great investment. Love my Firestick 4K, and the 4K Max, well, I'm not in love with it, but it's still a good device. If you don't have any Firestick and you're thinking of purchasing one, go with the 4K Max. Although I would wait for a sale, maybe in Black Friday, that's going to come on sale for way less money. So, and then that's going to be a good purchase. But personally, I like my Firestick 4K regular, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm probably going to return the Firestick 4K Max, although you guys can see my other videos, my other reviews that I did, and testing on the 4K Max, why I'm going to return it. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up is always appreciated, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.